All right. We are going to now look at target C, factor a quadratic expression to reveal the zeros of the function it defines and interpret those in context. Okay? So let's look at number 11. Number 11 says factor. So here I am just factoring. X squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Remember, with our regular factoring, all we do is we draw that box, and we fill in the inside of the box first. I know x squared and I know negative 12. So I want to multiply to 1 times negative 12, which is negative 12. That's my multiple. That's my multiplier. And then I want to use that middle number to add. I don't know why I keep doing this. So I'm going to add the 4. So again, you can use your factor chart or a multiplication table. What multiplies to negative 12 but adds to 4. You can come up with the two numbers as positive 6 and negative 2. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. 6 plus negative 2 is 4. Now that I have those, I'm filling in the outside of my box. X squared is x times x. X times positive 6 is 6x. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. And just to double check, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Okay? So my answer here is x plus 6, x minus 2. X plus 6, x minus 2. All right, looking at number 12. Factor and solve for x squared, for x, when x squared minus 121 equals 0. Okay, the big thing here is I'm factoring, but I am also solving. Remember, this is a special type of problem. I have x squared minus 121. I have a subtraction sign and only one term, two terms. Two terms, not all three. Okay? Remember, when you have that subtraction sign and only two, you're doing the difference of squares. So I'm going to do the square root of x squared, which is x, and the square root of 121, which is 11. And again, you can always use a calculator. Square root of 121, right? Calculator is not right today. Equals 11. Okay, so that's how we get that. Square root of 121 equals to 11. So then, my function is x plus 11, x minus 11 equals 0. Okay, so that's how that factors. Once I factor it, remember, we just split it apart and create those two different equations. So I have x plus 11 equals 0, x minus 11 equals 0. I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides. I have x equals negative 11. I'm going to add 11 to both sides. X equals positive 11. All right, looking at our next problem. In number 13, we are once again solving for x. Okay, so I need to get something where x equals. So I have 3x squared plus 27x plus 42. Remember, anytime I have a number front of x squared, I always want to check if there's a greatest common factor. So you can divide everything by 3, but I can also look at my factor chart and see if there are factors right away. 27 has a 3 in it. The other one was 42. 42 also has a 3. So both 27 and 42 can be divided by 3. So remember, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Just divide everything by 3. So I have x squared plus 27 divided by 3 is 9, plus 42 divided by 3 is 14, I believe. And 0 divided by 3 is 0. Again, you can also look at that factor chart. 42 divided by 3 is 14. I could have just looked at the factor chart. Okay. Then from here, it's just like our regular factoring. I'm going to draw my box. I have x squared and 14. Ooh, I forgot something, guys. Sorry. This shouldn't just be 9. It should be 9x there. Right. But I have x squared and 14. So I'm going to multiply the 1 times 14. Then I multiply. Then I need to add to 9. So what are my two numbers that multiply to 14 and add to 9? Again, this is where that factor chart could come in handy. I can look at all my multiples of 14. 1 and 14 are 2 and 7. 2 and 7 add to 9. So I'm going to put 2x and 7x. Now I'm filling in the outside of my chart. X squared is x times x. X times positive 2. X times positive 7. And 7 times 2 is 14. So I get x plus 2, x plus 7 equals 0. From here, I want to separate them. X plus 2 equals 0, x plus 7 equals 0. So I'm going to subtract 2. X equals negative 2. I'm going to subtract 7. X equals negative 7. I kind of ran out of room at the bottom, but that is okay. So I get x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 7. Alright, looking at number 14, it says, you're creating a garden. I'm actually going to change this whole problem. So make sure you change your numbers as well. So I'm actually going to create a garden where, that has an area of 7 feet squared. The length is going to be 2x minus 3. And the width is going to be x plus 5. And I'm going to factor and solve for the length and width of the garden given the following equation. Oh, this is fun too. 2x squared plus 7x minus 22 equals 0. So, this is what I am factoring. All the stuff before is pretty much just extra information. I know my first and my last. So I have 2x squared and negative 22. So that's what I want to multiply to. 2 times negative 22 is negative 44. Then I need to add 7. So again, I can look at my factor chart. I want to look at 44. Which of these will either add or subtract to 7? Well, 1 and 44, adding is 45, subtracting is 43. 2 and 22, adding is 24, subtracting is 20. 4 and 11, adding is 15, subtracting is 7. That's what we want. Okay, so now you can decide which one's positive and which one's negative. Well, you'll see if 11 is positive and 4 is negative, you get positive 7. So we want positive 11 x negative 4 x. Now, my next step, 2x squared. Well, I know I want x times x. Then, is the 2 going with the 11 or with the negative 4? 2 is a factor of negative 4. So I have 2x times negative 2 will give me negative 4. X times 11 will give me 11. So I now know I have 2x plus 11 equals 0, or x minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides. 2x equals negative 11. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So x equals negative 11 half. Or here I have x plus 2. So x equals 2. Again, we know we can't have negative numbers, so we know x will equal 2. Now I need to find the length and the width. For the length, right, my length was 2x minus 3. That's 2 times 2 minus 3. I can plug that in my calculator. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 3 is 1. For my width, x plus 5. So that's going to be 2. That's what I got for x, plus 5. And 2 plus 5 is 7. So my length is 1, and my width is 7. All right. Last problem, number 15. Sam and Lena solve the equation 2x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0 below. Who is correct? How do you know? So Sam had 2x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. He took a 2 out of all of them and then factored there. Lena didn't take a 2 out but got her factors and then continued to solve. Well, if you look at this, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative 1 divided by 2 is not negative 2. So, Sam is incorrect. Because there is no GCF. And so be careful. You do want to take a GCF out, but only if there is a GCF. This one doesn't have one. Alright, that's it for Target C. Go ahead and watch the Target D video.